guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to give you a quick look around the car now, because all of the arches are now finished. I am happy with them. They are not perfect, not by a long shot, so I'm not even going to pretend that they are. But they are on the car, and in my opinion they are looking smart. It's one of those things now that I can turn around and say, you know what, an untrained guy done that, so if I can do it, so can you. So I'm going to show you now at how they all sit, all the arches and everything, and then hopefully by the end of today the axle stands will no longer be on this car, and those damn sexy ass wheels will be back on this car. So fingers crossed it all goes well. The wheels are looking pucker, they've been dust sheeted and hiding in the corner for a good, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks now, so it's safe to say that the paint has cured on them quite nicely. I have got one on the front just because I'm eager. It's one of them I wanted to see, and I am very happy with how it's looking. So now I'm going to show you the arch kit on. Be prepared, it's not perfect. Yes, you can see Tiger Seal, but that was always going to be in the picture because I wanted the seam line around it anyway. So let me show you guys what I've been up to. So you can see from the front there is a nice neat Tiger Seal seam around it. I do have some new quick releases to go there, so that won't be on show, those holes. That should tie in quite good with the look. There's the first wheel. Obviously we're up in the air, but yeah, they're looking, I think the black, you know, the browny bronzy against the blue is looking rather smart. I still need to, obviously I want the wheels on so I can wheel it outside and clean it, because there is a damn good layer of dust on this thing. So it's not looking its best at the moment, sadly. The rear is looking just as smart. There was a few gapping issues down at the bottom, but I filled them in regardless. The same goes to the other side. There was a slightly bigger gap on the top up here, but yet again I filled it in. Before I do go around fitting the wheels onto the car though, I do need to put the rear arch liners back in, because obviously when Dave cut and welded the rear, I had to take them out for obvious fire hazard, but it is covered in all this sticky residue from where the masking tape has been everywhere. I've gone about removing the generic DMB graphic side stripes and what you find on every Fiesta ST, it seems, the corner pieces that go over the arch, because they weren't quite lining up with the kit, which is a shame. So I just stuck them up there for now on my banner, but they're not going to get used again. What else have I been up to? Because obviously there's no badges on the front with the Crew Sport grille, there's no ST badge. I've smoothed the 4 badge out and all that. There's no badges there, so I thought I would come around to the rear, and I've obviously removed that. Yet again, I'm waiting for the wheels to go on so I can wheel it outside and clean it properly and try and get most of the gunk off it. But oh look, the sun's hitting it. Oh, they're gonna look so good. I am really looking forward to it. Ah, those metallics, lovely. Really is looking like copper grease. That's exactly what I was aiming for. So yeah, it's all looking good. I've put the spats back on as well in my spare time, and I was sealing the arches in just because it's one less thing then to go back on the car. And yeah, I treated it to some new wheel nuts. It's just some cheapies off of eBay. I did get some nice Mishimoto ones, but sadly on trial fitting about a month ago, I just thought I'd sneak one on the car. The Mishimoto wheel nuts do not fit inside these JR11 wheels, which is rather annoying because they look really smart, but hey ho. So I went for the same brand that I knew I used before, just some cheap ones off of eBay. Yes, they rusted out previously. Those ones over there, you can probably see them just down there. I'm going to keep them as spares, who knows, I might just like send them off somewhere to get powder coated or something a bit stronger than what's on there originally. Depends how well these new ones last. But now I'm going to go about, I'm going to stick these arch liners in on the rear, and then we're going to go about getting these wheels on. Torque wrench is at the ready, drill is at the ready, riv nut gun is at the ready, because I'm going to be putting riv nuts in where the quick releases go, because these fat fingers struggle to fit behind the bumper and the arch there to put the washers and nuts on. I've got the Exo Racing black quick releases to go on. They're a local company to me around here, so got to support the little guy as much as you possibly can, so hit them up. I believe they are on Instagram, Exo Racing. They do some really cool stuff, and they also have a store online and they sell all sorts of merchandise, so go hit those guys up. Got to support the little local guy. No, I'm not promoted or sponsored by them at all, but I'm one for supporting local, and we've got to look after the, as I say, the little guy. So yeah, go and check them out, see if there's anything for your car on there, and say I said hello. Right then guys, so I'm going to go about now fitting the arch liners to this car. I gave them a damn good power wash the other day, because I tell you what, if you ever take your arch liners out, you give them a hose piping down or power wash or something, and tell me what colour water runs out of that carpet. It is absolutely revolting. Bear in mind this car is probably, I think it's about 3.5, 4 years old now. Yeah, I'm the only owner from new, so every mark, every mod, everything's done by me, and every bit of damage as well. So it's one of them. But I tell you what, the amount of rubbish and dirt and grime that came out of them was ridiculous. It really was. I'm surprised Ford don't do a plastic sheathing one, you know, like they do on the front, but why they use carpet on the rear? Probably budget. That's all I can put it down to. I would much prefer a plastic tub in the rear, to be perfectly honest, because carpet rots, holds water, and what holds water will then eventually cause the underside of your arches to rust out. You know, it's just simple facts really. What holds water will eventually get through to paint and rust. So yeah, I'm going to go about fitting those arch liners now, and then we'll go about slapping those wheels on and seeing how he looks. Oh my, it looks... Okay, I've jumped a few steps ahead, and wow. It really has made one hell of a difference. So I'm going to turn this camera around and show you guys how they look, and I am blown away. They're not perfect, like I've always said from the beginning. This is far from a perfect project car, or me working on a car. It's never going to be perfect, but wow, they that colour against that blue is something different. I tell you, I am blown away. It's coming together quite nicely now. I'm really happy. I'll show you guys. It's not very good light in here at the moment, but the sun was coming through those doors a minute ago and showing off all that glitter against this glittery blue. Admittedly, it's still absolutely caked in dust, and my camera is really doing it no justice. I've installed the quick releases. I've taken off the dust sheet now, and yeah, it's these wheels, man. I only tell them we take it off the jack stands, but I'm looking at it and I'm not thinking it's going to need much in the way of spaces, if any at all. So if I remember rightly, I was barely legal when I had the wheels on with the original arches. But you can see it's already quite a gap filler. But I'll only really tell once those axle stands come out. So how about we get the axle stands off and try and get this car outside if it starts up before the sun starts going down, and get a damn proper good look over it. Admittedly, there's no headlights in. That's because of future plans. But wow, let's have a looky at this, shall we?
Myself, take me to a better place where love's something else. Though it's wrong,
sunlight, but you can see now everything that I've been doing over the last 11-12 weeks. Yeah, for some reason those have gone to amber down at the bottom. I believe that's because the headlights are out, but I'll worry about that later. But yeah, you can see how much sticky stuff and dust and dirt and grime there is all over it. But you can also see how good does that starting to look. First time it's been started up in a while, so you can imagine there is a fair amount of condensation in that exhaust. God, she needs a clean. Oh. Leave it to warm up a bit before I go putting her back in. But hopefully you guys can sort of see the vision that I'm going for now. That is what I'm hoping you guys can see. That damn sun is right in the way. But yeah, that is going to look one evil little ST. Really is. So here she is, guys, back in her home, back in the workshop, waiting for more work to be done to her. The suspension is slowly starting to settle in again, and that ride height and outcome is looking good. I don't really think I'm going to need any spacers looking at it. Maybe 10 mil, maybe. But looking at it from here, it looks good enough for me. Yeah, it still needs a damn good clean off. Yeah, at least, you know, a damn good polish as well. But that's all still to come. Still need to get a splitter sorted for the front. And I think that would be that finished. Then I need to get on with the headlights and get them done. But all in all, with those wheels on and it being a rolling shell again, it really has all come together quite nicely. That is one wide car. So then, guys, thank you ever so much for tuning in again today. I hope you like what you're seeing. More progress is being done on the ST, as you have seen. The wheels are on, she's all together, the wide arches are finished, and it's looking absolutely spot on. So then I'm going to end it here. Cheers, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next episode.